Hi, I'm Mike Steger. I'm a trademark and copyright attorney. And if you're a longtime fan of my Videosocials videos, you may remember back in the summer of 2020, I had several videos on the ongoing saga of the name of what was recently the Washington football team, used to be the Washington Redskins, and as of this week is now the Washington Commanders. And there are some lessons from this name change saga that apply to branding and trademarks. So this was a process, that's the word, that took about a year and a half. There was a lot of secrecy involved, and there's a lot of money at issue because of NFL team that's worth well over $1 billion. The merchandise that it sells is a significant revenue stream. And if you're that brand, you want to have a good brand that your fans are going to want to buy merchandise. So what steps did the team take? Well, from news reports that have come out, they engaged early on in a vetting process to find names that would go with the themes that they wanted to use, but also names that they wanted to use. And once they came up with some possible names, they had to check and make sure these names were available. So they did trademark searches after they came up with some of the names, and some of the names that they wanted to use, they couldn't use because other people had registered the trademarks for other sporting organizations or other merchandise brands. Once they came up with some clear trademarks that they were able to use, they went ahead and did some focus groups and fan testing. And then they took steps, probably before they rolled out the name, to secure the trademarks. When you file a trademark application with the US Patent and Trademark Office, the name does not come up in search results for a couple of days. So you can file a day, maybe 3 days before you roll out a name, and no one would see it. But one strategy that's been discussed is you can file overseas trademarks, and then under various international treaties, you can transfer the application date that you filed overseas to the US, and you get priority rights so that your US trademark rights run from the day that you filed the overseas application. And interestingly, there are some overseas countries that do not have an online searchable trademark database. So you could file there. No one's ever going to find it unless they go to some Caribbean island and start rooting around in person in the trademark office. Nobody knows if they did that. It hasn't become public, but that's a strategy. Anyway, if you have any questions about trademark branding, how to protect your brand, I'm Mike Steger. I'm a trademark and copyright lawyer. And I do not like the Washington football team. I'm a Pittsburgh Steelers fan, and shout out to my friend Stuart, who's been keeping a list of how much better the Steelers have been for the last 32 years since we started law school. And there's a big gap in the wins between the teams. So trademarks, Mike Steger, call me.